Now this weekend I'm going to go camping on the motorcycle and I'm going to go alone. And I'm going alone because a man's world can be a lonely world, and that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm a bit of a 5-star hotel guy, so all you expert campers that, you know, put your swag on your motorcycle and live on the road or whatever you do, let me know if I've got the right gear or not. I have got some camping gear. It's not like I've never done anything before. So this is what I'm going to take, and the big question is it going to fit on the Street Glide? Now I've put just so you can see that, I've put the tour pack on, and you'd think I've got a fair bit of room. I've got a tent. Now I've never used this tent, I don't think, from memory. So hopefully, and I haven't really got a chance to set it up and test it either. So hopefully it's all okay. I think from memory it's a 2-man tent. So I've got that. I've got like a blow-up mattress, for want of a better word. I'm also going to put that under me when I sleep. Not being an expert, I'm guessing that I'm going to get cold from the ground up. So a couple of layers of insulation is going to make a difference. Now I've got a pillow. My wife made that. She's looking after me. And a blow-up pillow as well. I've got the old down sleeping bag. It's even got my name on it, just in case I lose it in the school bus or something. I've got I've got this tarp. It's quite a big tarp, and I've got some extra string. And what I would do is I'm going to put this up as well if it's raining, because there's nothing worse than like when you get out of your tent. I don't know, I'm going to be wearing warm socks and there's going to be mud everywhere, and then I'm going to have to, you know, put shoes on, all that stuff. So if I can keep a little bit of an area around the tent dry, that'll be good. And also I've never tested the tent in the rain, so an extra layer might come in handy. And that's what these pegs and string are for. That's a just in case. And then of course I've got some duct tape in case, it's always handy, in case something rips. I've got some cooking gear. And I don't even know if I'm going to cook, because I'm going to go Saturday morning, sleep somewhere Saturday night, and then come back Sunday. So I can pretty much get away with taking stuff all, because I can eat somewhere on the way, and I can probably live on tinned fish in olive oil or something, and I don't know, nuts and things like that, and get a coffee somewhere civilized in the morning. So theoretically I don't need to take all of this, but I will just in case, unless it doesn't fit. Got a first aid kit only, not that I'm that safety conscious, but when I was pulling out this camping gear I did find this first aid kit. I thought I'll take that, that'll be handy. I'm going to take a chair, because the biggest pain in the butt is not being able to sit anywhere. Now, speaking of old not dead, our supporter gear, our merchandise, that which keeps the channel going. It's not going to save you in a slide, but gee, you're going to look cool wearing it. T-shirts, singlets, caps, stickers, patches, hoodies, beanies, t-shirts like this one with a bit of embroidery, or big Larry logos. Choose what you like, support the channel, and reaffirm that you've still got it. I forgot to mention, check out the exchange rate. If you're in the United States or in Europe, the Australian dollar has absolutely been decimated. So you're getting the merchandise and postage for bargain prices. Torch, second more powerful torch in case I have to escape into the woods with somebody chasing me. Likewise, I've got the big Essie, I was going to say combat knife, but let's call it a wood chopper, because this actually chops wood really good. I've got a fire starter, and of course I've got the cheats method of cigarette lighter, a towel just in case I need to get dry, and then I've got to take all of this camera gear. So I've got a camera bag that goes in there. It's going to take up a bit of room, a travel tripod, batteries and things. Here we go. I've got one of the most important pieces of equipment that any modern day YouTuber or social media person needs, and that is a selfie stick for the phone. Probably more important than the tent, because, you know, I've got to get myself by a nice river or a 100-year-old tree, doing a bit of a pout, put on Facebook. So I'm taking that, and these are just things for cameras, etc. I've got a spare camera. I've got my GoPro, which I'm holding. Got some straps to tie that onto the bike. And then last but not least, which I haven't got here, are the clothes that I'm going to take. And that should be it. So let's see if I can get it onto the bike. Let me know in the comments if I have forgotten anything. The worst thing here is the chair is actually quite big. It's hard to sort of, well, here. Let's compare that to the motorcycle. So it puts it in perspective. All the other chairs that we've got, all the other camp chairs that we have are even bigger. So that's the smallest one. Now this is sort of an escape from reality, an escape from the real world, to get some peace and quiet and to be alone with whatever's going on in my head. I'm due for a change in life, nothing too radical, but I can feel that I need some change. And one of the easiest ways to get change is do things that you never do. I never really go camping. Just being alone and sitting in the quiet is probably the best way to get clarity, because you're absolutely alone with your thoughts. You can't run away. You have to sit in being uncomfortable. You find out a lot of things about yourself. You come back charged, no, you come back supercharged. Who remembers Prince Planet when they were a kid? He used to have that pendant with a P on it. His energy would run low. Can't even remember how he got supercharged. Put in the comments if you can remember how he got supercharged. Anyway, the P would fill up, bang, and he's back. That's me. Saturday morning, the weather gods don't like me. It's raining. The original plan was to go up into the hills, set up camp, ride around a little bit, hoon on the corners, that sort of thing. But it's going to be, it looks like it's going to be very wet, or so far anyway. So the plan might be just set up camp, mope around and whine about the weather. Now I was thinking carefully about this, and I thought, what happens if I can't hack being alone? Because a lot of people cannot be alone in the stillness. So I'm taking somebody as an emergency backup. That's Teddy Bear. I'm going to give him a name because we've all seen that movie Castaway with Tom Hanks, where he goes crazy being by himself. I can't hack it. I've got somebody to talk to. I'm going to think of a name for him. Put in the comments what I should call him, or her, or it.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors, and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke. And I will try to fix what has been broken. Take this weight off my shoulders, 'cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken. And I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try.
Absolutely miserable day. A little bit of respite in the rain. So I'm going to set up the tent in my secret spot.
Keep my hand in the fire. Won't learn my lesson till I let it burn, but never lose my desire. Had it from the moment that I felt my first love. I knew I'd never get enough of you. I'll take the risk like I'm bulletproof. shots in my heart, but it bleeds the truth. A part of every little thing I do, like a tattoo. Just like a tattoo.
Looking good. I've got the tent up. It's not perfect, but it's going to do the job. Looks pretty cozy in there, and it's stopped raining, so hopefully it'll stay like this, and maybe in an hour or so I'm gonna have dry roads and I can go for a bit of a cruise. Now, I had to bring a chair. It's the kids' chair, so I'm only 110 kilos, so we're gonna test it and see if I break it or not. Not bad at all. Home.
Keep my hand in the fire.
Battery ran out before. I don't think I got what I wanted on video. I'm gonna have to start again. I don't think you're gonna see me near this fire, so I might have to say good night and resume in the morning. It's freezing cold. It's been raining all day. It's good to have a fire. It's a bitterly cold morning for Australia anyway, but it's absolutely beautiful when you're away from the city. The countryside is absolutely magnificent. So let's talk about some of the problems that men have in regard to loneliness. You see, at the moment, it's really trendy to criticize men. People say white men are entitled, they rule the world, that sort of thing, but probably a couple of them do. But for the vast majority of men, it's not like that at all. They just suffer in silence. Most of us understand, generally speaking, you can't really show vulnerability and emotion around other men. It gets used against you. Now, as a man, it's an interesting world we live in because it's all based around competition. We do have hierarchies, we do have a pecking order in groups, and as a result of that, it's just competition. Now, if you're in a world that competes, if you're surrounded by people who are competing with you, can you really form good friendships? And competition's an interesting thing. Like, it can make you achieve goals, it can push people forward to achieve things, which is really good for, the actual person. It's really good for society in general. But the flip side of competition is it's just a relentless driver. Do you really need to compete? If you're on a $150,000 job, does it make any difference if you compete to get a $180,000 job? I don't think so. And science has proven the same thing. After living conditions are met and a few luxuries are found, it makes no difference to your happiness at all. So why the hell would you want to stress yourself out competing for something that most people don't like? Because most people are in jobs that they don't like, and they're competing for a better paying job that they probably like even less. That's a generalization again, but it is interesting, competition. A lot of that comes from your ego. I have been in situations with friends, associates, people that I hang around with over the last, 4 or 5 decades, and sometimes they'll compete with you and they'll try to subtly bring you down so that they appear better. That's a form of competition. Now, a lot of that gets passed off as humour, and a lot of that gets passed off as good-natured ribbing. But realistically, if you boil it down to its core essence, if somebody's joking about you, they're really trying to put you down and put themselves or elevate themselves, which is a sign of their own insecurity. That's the world that men live in. And I think social media and having access to other people's lives through beautiful pictures and set up scenes just creates that fear of I'm not as good as the other person. So people want to compete even more. It's a tragedy. I know for a fact that social media is absolute BS. Here's a good example of that. I used to do a lot of coaching, and I do remember one gentleman who couldn't really afford more than one coaching session. He had a social media profile where he was getting off his private jet in a beautiful expensive suit going to his Ferrari. And I do recall him asking me for a loan of $200 because he had no money. It was all a setup, and that's how a lot of social media is. And the tragedy is people compete to be better than that person, or to catch up to that person, or they're inspired by that person because they think they want to be just like that. What sort of a world does that create for men? Now, living in this computer age brings up another interesting problem for men. Society is built around men pairing up with women, raising children, having a family structure. But at the moment, what's happening is dating has moved from communities to online dating apps. Now, once again, those beautiful scientists who do a lot of good work have shown that women are far more discerning than men are when it comes to choosing a partner. Men are gentle souls, women are ruthless. Just kidding, but that's a fact. Women are more discerning. Now, what happens with dating apps is everybody's looking at a picture and some stats of the other person. So women are going, no, 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 and they're selecting the top percentage of men, and men are going, yes, 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 yes. And as a result of that, the top percentage of men get all of the women. And I don't know what the actual statistics are, but it's something like 80-20, 90-10. The bottom percentage of men, which is the vast majority, can't get a look in. Now, have a think about how that's going to affect our future as a society. You see, women on the dating apps are going to get all of this attention because men aren't as discerning. It's much easier for them, whereas men are going to get absolutely nothing. If that's the way we choose our partners in the future, we're going to have huge problems because it's going to be a supply and demand issue where women want the top percentage of men, and that's it. Because they can see that they're there and they're getting attention. Family units on its way down. Any good conspiracy theorist will tell you that's a deliberate push that started with the feminist movement. Look up who funds feminism. And we're going to start to see the results of this in the near future, and it's not going to be good for men. Now, men without partners, why do you think they want men to partner off? Men without partners equals war. You need to be alone by yourself and sit in the peace and quiet and stillness of doing nothing in order to see what's going on in here. And funnily enough, if you do make the effort to be alone and to be still and to discover what's going on inside you and to develop and to work on, quell your ego, bring out some of the better characteristics that I know all of you have inside you, funnily enough, that's going to make you more attractive to other people, and maybe you won't be alone anymore. Now, if you liked today's video, you're going to love this video where I went glamping, which is where I got the original idea to go camping on this video. Check out Harley Davidson Evo, celebrating the last great motorcycle.
Somewhere in your chest, on your sweetheart hidden mist. Oh, oh.